This poem is going to be called Forever Washing His Hands, and it's about the character Pontius Pilate in the novel The Master and Margarita by Mikhail Bulgakov. The story is like a play, but it's sort of a memoir written by the master, someone who has studied history and knows about the corruption in Moscow. And it's sort of a supernatural tale at times. But one of the threads that runs through the story is the story of Pontius Pilate. And he's caught between heaven and hell because of his choice to not make an affirmative choice to save Jesus. And he's constantly trying to wash off the stain of innocent blood, much as he tried to do in the story in the Bible, but it never worked because he still had done the evil that he did. And he did not reach a place where he was allowed to go to either heaven or hell in the story. And so that's what this poem is about. And in some ways, we as Christians, when we don't fully believe, when we don't turn our lives over to God, are sort of caught in this middle ground where we're not really living the way He wants us to, and yet we're not dead either because Jesus saves us. So, in a way, we're caught as well. So, this is forever washing His hands. Can you see Him still through history, a specter, tainted, tormented by his indecision, the cost? A soul yet wandering, caught between heaven and hell. Over and over, forever, he must have washed his hands, trying to remove the stain, the tattoo of innocent blood. Blood he allowed to be spilled, blood of a king given for his people, those who knew his name, but those who denied him, those who were waiting for him, whose oil was kept full, who knew more than anything else they needed his gift, his boundless mercy, his ultimate sacrifice. His wife knew too. Something was wrong, something very wrong. She bitterly cried in anguish, tormented, telling him not to shed this pure, clean blood, untainted by human skin. A human life lived godly that should have been proof enough, especially to those vacillating, questioning those 12 disciples. How could they walk with him, hearing his teaching, learning, watching him, his actions, his compassion, his humanness, the miracles he performed, the authority of every word? How could they not have seen him that he was God incarnate, and seeing his divinity, his pure love, his sinlessness, and not know? He was God. How could Pilate let the rabble dictate the death of an innocent life, a man that did no wrong, that did not threaten Rome? He was a martyr. How could he have been so weak, so impotent, washing his hands as if that would save him of this burden, this choice, sacrificing him to hang on the cross instead of Barabbas? Forever washing his hand. No, that didn't remove his stain. That must have that he must carry, that he carries still, yet unfinished. The tattoo still on his hands, his soul, his spirit, this purgatory. A soul yet wandering, caught between heaven and hell, like the Master knew and wrote so well.